So breaking news we've been following overnight. Police responding to a 7-Eleven in Fort Myers. We'll tell you what they say happened coming up.
Plus a new body camera for the Fort Myers Police Department. We'll tell you all about those new devices with a live report.
And a key role for the Donald Trump administration filled. He has a new national security advisor. We'll have more on who that is on Wayne News this morning.
A cloudier day ahead for us in the forecast, but tomorrow is the day that we're going to see some rain.
So we got to get you out the door first things first this morning at 4:30 with meteorologist Matt Devitt. Good morning, Matt.
Yeah, good morning, guys. After a beautiful Monday, all the sunshine, more clouds for today. 83 degrees, no rain is expected. However, that's going to be changing for tomorrow. You know, if you were watching me 24 hours ago, the computer models were torn. Are we going to see the rain? Are we not going to see the rain? They are in good agreement that finally we will see a good soaker as the storm system right now around New Orleans tracks towards the east. So it's going to be a good soaker tomorrow. Live outside right now, 69 degrees. The wind is light. The humidity is up. Temperatures in Lehigh at 62 degrees all the way towards Immokalee, and 69 right now in Fort Myers. Not much in the way of fog, if any. Visibilities right now are in check. Here's the uptick in our temperatures as we go throughout the day. By lunchtime, upper 70s to lower 80s, as we also will see quite a bit of cloud cover coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Guys?
All right, from the live desk this morning, we're following breaking news out of Fort Myers. We are on the scene now of a very active crime scene at the 7-Eleven on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Evans Avenue in Fort Myers. I believe we have some VO of that scene. Here you go. Right now, several deputies were on scene, we're told, earlier this morning. Fort Myers police officers say they were told to look for a specific car, and they pulled someone over and then let them go. We're not exactly sure what happened at this scene. We're going to try and find out more information for you as soon as we can. And if we learn anything new, we'll bring it to you live from the live desk. Jen?
South of Florida Crime Stoppers is offering $21,000 to whoever has information leading to the arrest for the murder of 29-year-old Jontavious Thomas. Thomas was killed less than a month ago in his driveway on Adeline Avenue in Lehigh Acres. He was shot while leaving for work. Last week, an anonymous person donated $10,000 to the reward money. And yesterday, his former employer added another $10 grand. Thomas's father hopes this will help them find some answers.
A lot of them been doing things like that and getting away with it, you know, but so you can't get your hopes up too high. But I wish they would catch him.
It is important to remember any tips provided through the Crime Stoppers are completely anonymous. Nobody will know that you called. If you do know anything that can help, please call Crime Stoppers 1-800-780-TIPS. The Fort Myers Police Department is getting some new body cameras. Today they're going to tell us all about that. And Week News reporter Nicole Valdez is live from the police department with what this means for the city of Fort Myers and our police department. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen. We are expecting a news conference here this morning to talk about those body cameras. They now say that all uniformed officers will be equipped with this new technology. Now, it's called the Axon Body 2. Wink News did a little research and found out these cameras are fully connected wireless devices that update every 30 days. Now, when they're used in the field, they can capture and stream video with mobile and cloud apps. Now, officers will demonstrate that new camera for us today. They also plan to show us some new taser technology and provide a virtual reality experience with various applications of real-life scenarios officers face in the field every single day. And again, the update today is that every single officer with the uniform will now have those cameras. We do know that some officers have had cameras for past years, but this will now include every single officer in the force. Now, we will expect that conference today at the police headquarters around 11 a.m. this morning. You can kind of Wink News to bring you live coverage as soon as that starts. Live in Fort Myers, I'm Nicole Valdez, Wink News now.
This morning, Sheriff Mike Scott shares his plan with Lee County commissioners to cash in on confiscated goods. The sheriff wants to sell the contraband and give $140,000 of the profits to charity. $460,000 of it would buy some new equipment for the sheriff's department. Of course, count on Wink News to update you on today's meeting.
A deadly police shooting is developing this morning with California police identifying this man here as the officer killed. It's Keith Boyer. The Los Angeles County Sheriff said that he was, quote, the best of the best. And we've just learned the suspect was on parole, released from jail less than 2 weeks ago. The suspected gang member is the one that's on this stretcher here, being put into the back of the ambulance. Police out in Whittier say that he killed his cousin and stole his car a few hours before this video was taken. They say he crashed the car and he pulled a gun on the two officers that came up to help and then tried to search him, killing Officer Boyer and wounding the other.
And I didn't think I had any tears left. But we're going to get through it. This makes us stronger.
Now take a look at some of the new video we have of the squad cars escorting the killed officer's body, and you can see they salute him as he goes by. The suspect and the other officer involved in the shooting both got hurt and are both expected to survive.
Deputies arrested a Pine Manor man they say threatened to murder them. Investigators say they found Richard Robbins violating a restraining order at his ex-girlfriend's house. When deputies arrested Robbins, they say that he started screaming obscenities at them and tried to wiggle out of his handcuffs. You can see the injuries there on his face. Deputies say that they needed to tase him to get him under control. He is behind bars this morning.
4:35 and only on Wink News, we're hearing from the mother of this fallen deputy. It's Norman Lewis. He's from Charlotte County. Remember, he died in the manhunt for an accused cop killer in Orlando? While we were there, as his family received these bears, where there's one of them right there. She's holding one too. They were made by a Cape Coral teen from Lewis's uniform.
This is one of his last shirts that he wore, so it's even more special. Norm, we love you. We miss you.
Norma Lewis says that you can help honor her son's life with an act of kindness.
Please help somebody. And remember, Norman's with us no matter what.
And for the first time later today on Wink News, you're going to hear from the son of Lieutenant Deborah Clayton. That was the Orlando police officer that was killed in the line of duty. She, too, has been presented with one of these specially made bears. At this hour, President Trump's national security team is in place. Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster is to be the president's new national security advisor. He commanded troops in both Iraq wars and is going to stay on active duty with his new role. Meanwhile, Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg will remain as National Security Council Chief of Staff.
The FBI is investigating threats to Jewish community centers. Since the beginning of the year, there have been nearly 70 bomb threats to Jewish centers across the United States and Canada. Nearly a dozen happened Monday. The White House denounced the anti-Semitic incidents, but their statements come after weeks of concerns from the community that the Trump administration has not done enough.
And here's the latest about 11 people who boarded JetBlue flights at New York's JFK Airport without getting screened at security. 3 are identified, and they were scheduled to be searched as soon as their plane landed out in California. But the search is still on for the other 8. Surveillance footage shows that 11 go right through the unmanned metal detector. The TSA wasn't there, didn't alert Airport Authority police to what had happened until 2 hours later. We have this story on the Wink News Facebook page, and we want to know what you think about it. Is there too much security at the airport, or is there too little? And does this show that there's not enough?
It was a rough ride for some of the passengers traveling from Chicago to Fort Myers yesterday. The United Airlines Flight 306 was headed to Paradise, but blew 2 tires before taking off. The incident happened just before 2 in the afternoon on the runway. Officials say that emergency crews responded and all 150 passengers plus 6 crew members were escorted off the plane and onto a different one. One passenger says the initial blow was scary.
And all of a sudden, it was like these wheels were blown out, or they had a flat tire, and then the plane swerved and, jolted a little bit, and it was pretty much a shock. I think a shock to everybody.
The second flight out of Chicago was delayed until 5 in the afternoon, but passengers say it doesn't matter because they fortunately arrived safely.
You could be saving money on your electric bill. Wink News is going to let you know why when we're back in just a couple minutes.
Plus, the future of medical marijuana is on the table for Charlotte County commissioners today. The details when we return.
And Wink News meteorologist Matt Devins working on that forecast. Changes come after such a great Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday look different. It's straight ahead. 4:39 is the